mindset with the students, the reason behind why we're doing what we're doing.
They can use construction paper to make their clothes. Instead of, you know.
Have them lay down tomorrow, go on right.
And I mean, they can do they can use construction paper to make their clothes instead of, you know, or they can make their hair with construction paper they curl.
No, because I'm not an artist and crafts type.
Miss Corbin, you're doing the book. Miss Corbin's creating a book with all this stuff there. So on Friday they'll have that to take away.
Yes.
I think it's awesome.
Yes.
They'll have a resource book, active notebook.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else you need or?
So far, what has been working for y'all? Like during the camp?
Asking, for me, I would say asking questions.
What kind of questions?
Questions to make them elaborate on what they hear or what they read.
Okay.
And then they hear one student, they're like, oh, it's better this way, versus the other student saying, well, I would do it this way. And I'm just sitting there like, look at me. I don't think I could have did that with a larger class. I could have, but it wouldn't have been as effective as the experience I'm getting right now.
Okay. What about you?
Well, I can say that with me having a small group and there are different levels, I'm able to actually spend more time with each of those grade levels. Because I have a third grader in the class, I have a fourth grader, but I'm working with the third grader and I'm taking my time with her so she can really grasp.
I think it's also building confidence, because like you say, you can expect her to get up.
So I don't like that. Miss Corbin still, she works too hard. I always say.
I'm not sure. But it has been a little bit of struggle. Not that algebra and geometry doesn't really coincide with each other, not too much. But I'm seeing major gap areas so I have two of them who haven't really to me get over gap areas, and I got one who's ready to just jump head foot first and be really challenged. And so I'm trying to figure out how to challenge potential to where he gets frustrated because he's that challenged and haven't reached that point yet.
And not overwhelmed with the other two.
And not overwhelmed. The other two are being a little overwhelmed with it. And it's not difficult concepts. These are still some of the same concepts that we learned in algebra that coincide with geometry. I'm seeing some of those gap areas there as well. And so they'll have some struggles because in geometry where they go to school and being in pre-AP, it's going to be a little bit quicker pace. And they're going to be responsible for being able to keep up academically and be responsible for their own learning.
And I think the important thing with that is we can move slow enough where we can diagnose some of those deficiencies, some of those foundational things that they're missing, which is why I thought it was in that time.
Right.
Because during the school year, we just pass them. We just get along. Keep them moving, and we never go back, pick up some of those things. So like some of the stuff you do, like the skip counting and all that, you're able to kind of go back and go, oh, we need to go back over it. Thank y'all so much for doing that. And the fact that you're working with such a wide range. What has been most challenging for you guys in these first 2 days?
Those gaps.
I think targeting. I think because we don't know them, it's hard to target where they are and who they are because we don't know them. But it's maybe a month or two, maybe 6 weeks, and then I kind of can assess from there, where they are and on the concept they're forward. But right now, because it's only been 2 days in, it's been really hard to assess those gap areas and how to challenge them and get and close them. You can do something in a week, can't do everything, but you can change something. You can see it pictorially before you push them abstractly to see certain concepts. And so that's what I'm focusing on. And integers will forever seem like be a problem, and I think that's because they're calculator savvy and they're calculator dependent rather. So what I was trying to do here is, and I'm not neglecting them from using, well, I am neglecting them from using the calculator while they're here. One, because we don't have, we don't have them, but I think it's a good thing. I wanted them to understand the foundation of an integer, and so when I got the what was the chips that you gave me, the yellow and red, and I explained it to them. So I also voiced that with the students, the reason behind why we're doing what we're doing. I said, I understand you can use a calculator, but I need you to understand the foundation on why the calculation comes out to be what it is, so you can see it. So some of them need to see it pictorially before you push them abstractly to see certain concepts. And so that's what I'm focusing on now, is the foundation of those things that they're going to be expected to know abstractly in the coming school year.
Because these are your kids, so they're going to go back to their school. But the teacher that they get won't understand where that came from, but they'll see the benefit of it. Because it can be just correcting a misconception. It can be establishing a foundation for understanding. And if they're in a smaller environment where they don't have to worry about anybody laughing at them or whatever.
Yeah. So it's been awesome. Small environment.
Yeah, because I got to take care of some of that, because the foundation with my group is they have and subtract, multiply, divide. So if you don't know any of those, then you're lost. Period. So I had to start with a girl, and it's always a subtraction that they have a problem with. You know, they have the addition down pretty bad, but they just don't have the subtraction, and they don't have the division. And when they start on the division, I just want to make sure that they knew how to add and subtract, because if you can add and subtract, it's easy to multiply and divide. You know, because it's repeated addition, multiplication, and repeated subtraction, or division. So.
What feedback do you all want me to take 2 days in, take back to? Because what I'm doing is, at the end of the week, I'm basically sending just a report to them saying, you know, here's what worked well, here's what we learned, here's what we would have liked to have done differently, here's how it can help. Because I definitely think this was a trial summer for us, just to see, one, if there was a need, two, if it would actually work. But there are some fundamental things that have to be in place, I think, for this to work.
Yes, I agree.
And I know it can work because I've done it for 8 summers in other parts of town. But there are some fundamental things that have to be in place. The autonomy of space, supplies, security, you know, things secure so we're not worried about stuff missing, allocated location so we're not moving around. I like the fact that our numbers are small, because I feel like when you're trying to figure out something out, you don't want to mess up a whole bunch of kids. We can mess up a few, or we can work it out and we can say, oh, this works or this doesn't work. But what, if any, feedback would you like for me to go to Dr. Williams with, or even Dr. Henderson with?
We need, if we're talking about for a traditional summer camp, or if we're talking about during the school year, perhaps.
So, as far as it relates to the camp, frustrations, successes, whether or not at this point you feel like it'll be a good fit for Camp Dallas to try to continue this next summer?
Okay, so I do, just with the one student that I have from second grade, and with the way that I know that I teach, you know, for her to be here, and I'm saying, okay, I see there's a big gap, and it's going to take me a little longer to work with just you versus the ones I've already taught. They know what to do, what I like, what I expect. I'm not working with them. So I'm like, okay, are you following along? Use your bookmark. Are you on the right page? Are you, like, that's a really good foundation piece to get. It takes a good week to get everything in structure, when you just want everything to go in order.
I agree with Ms. Murphy that,
for the kids that
it was very beneficial, because I'm in the second grade that she was speaking of. She said that, she will go to the other campus when she's going to come up here. And I was just explaining to her, I was like, Miss Poplar and Miss Murphy, they're going to be your teachers, and you're having a good time here or whatever. And I thought that was very beneficial, because those kids need to understand the transition from coming from that campus to this campus. So that's very beneficial on that end. Also think it's beneficial for all grades. So I do think the camp is beneficial. It's a time where we can have a lot of small group, and it lets us as teachers focus on foundation. We don't have a timeline. There's no specific structure, but we can help with that foundation across the board. Because what Ms. Popper is doing is going to help me down the line. When she's handling those foundations for multiplication and division, that's helping me down the line. So those foundations, so I think it's very beneficial.
It's just like, I think this morning, I think she was crying for some reason about flip-flops on the feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, because I think she said she couldn't wear flip-flops to John Wayne. She was upset, and I said, baby, don't worry about it. Your mom was walking out at the last minute. Just make sure you be still. You're good.
We're in a couple of tears.
Yeah, but even with that, you know, that's one thing I don't do is tears. So that transition, no, seriously, that transition from you going from the other campus to now you're at this campus, that's a major thing that I deal with that we don't do at this group.
So not just academically, that social structure of norms.
It changes.
Especially going from grade to grade, and I think it's also beneficial that you had a wide range of grade levels and different subject areas, and so that way when those students do come, they're more familiarized with our teaching style, and they're familiarized with our standards and what we expect, our expectations in the classroom.
With that being said, I love the fact that they have, I believe, the old students, I guess you could say, versus the new ones, because now they're a little bit more comfortable, you know, coming here and saying, okay, I'm gonna know somebody. A little bit more comfortable with saying, okay, I'm just not freaking out. They're like, yeah. So even to Maya, she's like, yeah.
And how we got our 8th graders here, that would have been really good.
Being with Lakeisha and Elijah and Anthony, they're already like, okay.
Yeah, those upcoming 8th graders, most definitely, because you're speaking up, she could benefit greatly.
Because she's very quiet.
She's very quiet, and you don't know if she doesn't know anything or not until you ask her or assess her.
Because she's not going to speak out.
No. So you have to speak them out.
And that's, I was gonna say, that's what's funny. I told Miss Harper, you can tell kids have already had her because they're not the wallflower. They're not gonna. The one little girl you got that's in 3rd grade, they're real like, timid.
Oh, I'm
so. Oh, you have her? Oh, we're there.
Yes.
I mean, hopefully she's getting comfortable.
Yeah.
Because she was very timid at first. Because even
she's okay.
That's good.
Show her some comfort.
Yeah,
smile. Sit her in the class.
Yeah, I think that other campus, they beat them a lot, and so it's like more of a baby school. And I've always said, they need to get that experience, or either 2nd grade needs to be on the same level as 3rd grade. So when they get to 3rd grade, they won't be, timid, and they'll be able to talk more. Because at this point, it's a major gap with the rigor of lesson, or the rigor in the lesson.
I think it'd be even more beneficial if we did a combined camp. I think they would benefit as well. The other campus would benefit as well from all grade levels to be able to do, because it should be like a camp where we're doing age groups at this point, because there's differences in the grades when it comes to curriculum, but they tie in together. And if they're going to the next grade without the fundamentals, it's useless anyway. And so when you're doing 3rd and 4th grade together for a summer camp, and you need those 3rd grade fundamentals for 4th grade, but you're also preparing your 3rd graders, it's a benefit for both groups. And so those 3rd graders going into 4th grade may not know 4th grade curriculum, but they can go into 4th grade with some foundation of fundamentals to support them learning new material.
Do you think it would have made a difference had we done this in June?
Yes.
Versus July? I think that definitely impacted our numbers. And that, I will definitely say that had more to do with my availability than anything else. And the fact that we didn't want to interfere with
summer school. That's true.
But I would definitely suggest that,
because I feel like moving forward, it could be really,
you know what? It could benefit with summer school, because summer school is just a half a day, and then later on the rest of the day, for enrichment. That way the parents won't have to worry about having somebody to pick them up at 12. They can pick them up at 4.
Yeah.
You know, the majority of them get off at 5. You know, or 4 o'clock, or some of them get off at 3.
And we didn't have a problem yesterday. Of course, it was a small number of kids with parents picking up. I think the latest was Madison's mom.
But she was super young.
Yeah. So they're making it work. Ideally, what I'm hoping is the kids are going home, obviously, what they're doing, talking about how good things are, how much fun they're having, which is why Max came in this morning and said, "Who is Miss Murphy?" But that the kids can be the biggest draw. Like, they're the biggest marketers about how much fun they're having, and the fact that when they show up in August and they already know Miss Murphy, they already know what Miss Murphy's expecting. The other kids are gonna be like, "Well, how do you know that?" It's because you've already had a week. I think it helps with getting to instruction quicker, because you're not having to spend a lot of time doing the acclimating and the, you know, back to that. So I will definitely add that as insight. Anything else that I'm not?
I feel like if you wanted this to be something every year, it would go straight to the superintendent. Just bigger and better.
And I
wish
wish
that you won't be here, you know, throughout the year, but for that, when that summer comes, bam, it's huge. Throughout the year,
and so the
well, if we had a camp like that where they had field trips too,
oh man,
God,
parents are like, okay, bye.
What our week will look like, the schedule, and it's for us to discuss and fill in. Not necessarily for me to tell you what we're doing, but for you to say, okay, this works, so I like this, but get an idea of kind of how we want the structure and the flow to go with this. And then Dr. Henderson, hopefully you can have some insight as far as what rooms you can use. So we gotta talk about that. So the way this is going to work, I have the online registrations. We have 2 different platforms that people are registered through, Eventbrite and then Google Docs. Google Docs registrations are coming from the blast that Ms. Spearman has been sending out. And so I did it separately so I can kind of track where the traffic is coming from. And I'm not getting a lot of feedback from Google from that link. The Eventbrite, which is a public link, is where I'm seeing the traction, the feedback and the hits. And so I think I only have 1 kid in that list that is a Academy of Dallas kid. So we have a kid from next door, kid from Garland Classical, and I just kind of scanned the list, somebody from Tate Elementary. So we're getting traction from other places, and then the recruiting that you guys have done would be our local kids. The idea, and I talked to the Spearman about this, is obviously this camp, in fact, I'll give you a little insight about how this came about. So I supported Academy of Dallas now for 4 years. I'm looking at you, you're the only one that would know that. For 40 years. And one of our things is that we work really hard in the school. Like, the teachers are working really hard. There's something we should be able to do that gives us a better quality of student in August, so that we're not having to work so hard. And so, as I'm sure you know, the teacher turnover is high, but the student turnover is not. So they're getting the same kids over and over. So my recommendation was, let's try something that allows us to work with the kids during the summer months so that in August we have a stronger student so that we're not experiencing the summer brain drain. So that was the whole premise behind this. With that being said, the additional factor or attractiveness of this is that it allows having a Dallas to be showcased for the summer and possibly do some recruiting as well. So I'm imagining that with the registration, because with so many kids that are listed that are not having a Dallas kids, that hopefully this will be an opportunity for us to be, some ambassadors for the school. Eventbrite is a great platform for registrations, but because people aren't having to pay on Eventbrite, they may or may not show up. You know what I mean? So the commitment is you're registered, but you pay when you walk in, because we didn't have a way to receive those funds. So it just people have to register and then they pay at the door. Okay? And then we'll talk about how that's going to work. So we're just going to be ready for whatever. And then they have until 5 o'clock today to get registered. And we will take walk until Friday. Questions or thoughts about it?
You mean on Monday?
I mean on Monday, sorry. On Monday. I didn't stay out all night. Sorry. So here's kind of an overview of what the days will look like for the week. You guys will have a camp counselor who will be assigned to you, who is a volunteer. So they're not necessarily paid, they're going to be volunteers. And they will be responsible after the second day. So after the first day, the second day, they'll be responsible for greeting the kids that are coming through, opening doors, getting them in the building. Okay? The first day, I'm going to need adults because there should not be, we should have very few parents that should drop their kids off and leave because everybody else needs to come in and pay. Does that make sense? So what we're going to have to be really careful about is nobody pulls up, drops their kid off, pulls off, and then we've had a kid on the entire day without paying. So the idea is when they get here, we'll have a list, the parent will have to park, walk the kid in to make the payment, and then that's it. They don't have to do that the rest of the week. Okay? The rest of the week, the camp counselors will be the ones out there reading the kids as they're coming through. There will be a designated location that when students get here, that they'll go to. So once Dr. Lucy gives me the okay what that will look like, then we can decide where that drop-off location will be, or where the kids will go into, and then where you guys will pick them up at 8:25. So at 8:25, you'll go wherever you get your kids and walk into your room, and from 8:30 to 11:30, they're in your class. After that, we have lunch, and about doing part of the feeding. Is there a feeding program going on?
No.
There's not something.
Not here. So that's something you have to come up. So what they did last week, there's nothing wrong with even like maybe hot dog, nachos, something simple, and not like you don't know what you're expecting. Maybe like cookies.
Yeah, I was gonna say
that was here that was doing the food program.
You mean for after school? Oh yeah. You
don't
can
have
reach out
summer.
to Dean Jones. To Dean.
that was one of the things that Dr. Williams and I talked about, because I didn't include, I advertised it as much as provided, because he told me they do summer feeding.
They didn't have the summer feeding for summer school, but I don't know if I have the contact. I think it's really like that. I'm not sure.
I mean, I don't know how advanced you'll have to get that done, because that's really short notice.
Well, actually, it's in the email that I took Dr. Williams that basically said, here's what we're doing, here's what we're offering, and I said, please confirm that summer feeding will occur. He said yes. So I just need to follow up with him.
Who did the summer feeding for summer school?
I can't think of the lady's name. I forgot her name. I have her number here.
Was it preferred use?
No, it wasn't preferred use.
It was probably through Dallas, CISD.
No, she was from a government
agency.
program.
So she has to, I did it all summer. So she has to go the entire summer. So So she's probably just reallocating the meals to different locations. We didn't budget for lunches. So this is for how long a week? 1 week. Once we figured that part of it out, if they end up bringing their lunches, do you all prefer to have lunch in the classroom or in the cafeteria?
I'm going to prefer the cafeteria just to get them out of the classroom. We could all eat collectively.
Well, we need to see first because we're in the process of doing some cleaning.
Okay.
And so I don't want to say the cafeteria because we're trying to get the floors done. And so I can't say the cafeteria is going to be available at that time. Do you know if the dormitory,
That's definitely wrong. We're getting that exterminated. So we actually have somebody coming in to do the floors next week.
okay, do you have any idea about a large gathering space for more than jump off?
It doesn't have to be yet because we're using the conference room for interviews and model lessons. So really, we're really just trying to keep this front of the building open because we have people coming in for interviews and model lessons, and we need to keep that space open. And because we're having so much work done, floors and everything, it's kind of hard to just allocate space in this short day. So I'm trying to see what, where.
You mean for the entire camp or just a large gathering space?
Just a large gathering space.
Okay. What are the other options? All right. So once we figure out the lunch situation, whether it be in the classroom, I'll let guys know that. And then after lunch, you switch classes. So you'll get a PM class, and that class will go from about 12:15 and 3:15. That at 3:15, between 3:15 and 3:30, get your kids to pack up, get ready, and start moving towards the pickup area, which will be the same as it is during school year. And then that's your day. Daily routines is every day we're going to check attendance, and Kyle, who is assistant, will come around and collect the attendance, so we can kind of keep track and making phone calls if your kids are out and then notified. Some things I want to make sure that we incorporate each day in whatever academic component that you have is obviously critical thinking skills in a fun way. So I don't want it to be so rigorous and laborious that the kids are like, oh. I would prefer, if you need any suggestions or ideas on making it fun but engaging, and I think y'all all have that day. I don't know if you're having a problem with that, let me know. And then if you can incorporate creativity, art, looking at reading your books. I was going to ask you, I have your writing books. So anything creative that you can have the kids do. So like at the end of the week, it would be ideal if they just go home with all this stuff that they've done. Whether it be inspired that we talked about the interactive notebooks, we talked about the writing journal for you. Get a routine so it's consistent, so it's not like we're just making it up as we go. So ideally, if we start about 8:30, by 9:50, give them a break. Whether it be a shirt break, an outside break, or whatever, consistently so they'll know. When is this over? So give them that break built in every day, and then make sure it is fun. Top ideas. This is out of what you guys already do, which is why you're here. And so I think it'll be quite easy for you, but I encourage you to be as creative as possible. Doing some things differently, just you're testing them out for the school year. It'll be a great time to do it now. Talk about the schedule and what you're teaching, because the grade range has changed so many times. Because we've had people who say, well, my kids, when they come, I've had Miss Murphy if you notice under your PM literary adventure, you see it goes all the way to 9th grade. You're going to have a kid who he will be a 9th grader this year, but is struggling. He's struggling reader. And so when I talked to his mom, I said, you know, she's like, I think he'll still benefit. Because the strategies that you'll be teaching, the stories that I think he'll be fine. Just know that I don't think you're going to have to increase the level of grade.
So is he not on grade level to be going, I guess, into the freshman? So, okay.
His mom said he is sports. He's a student at Village Tech.
Okay.
So we can talk a little bit more about him in detail, but I didn't want you to be surprised because you felt really confident. So Corbin, he'll be with you for math, and then he'll go to his Murphy for literary. So we have a lot of kids that are like that. So the age, the grade thing became really fluid at that point because we had some kids whose parents were interested in the fact that it was an academic camp, but it was fun and engaging. And there's a lot of foundational things. I know we talked about with you, you're going to cover a lot of foundational things so that they're solid or they're prepared for whatever level of learning they have to learn. As far as it relates, what you're trying to do is expose them in advance to what they're going to have next year. But you're going to have so many kids that are off grade level that you may have to go back and definitely emphasize some of those foundational things in your instruction. Ms. Corbin, you're doing in the morning, you're doing getting ready for 8th grade math. You'll have 8th graders and I put that 9th graders over 9th graders. Your parent counselor will be Ashton and Layla, do AM and PM. You'll do 8th grade, get ready for 8th grade math in the morning and then in the afternoon. I called it Math Antics, Foundations and Fun because it'll be anybody lower than the 8th grade above 6th to 8th grade or 6th to 7th grade. So you might get a 10th grader in there, I doubt it, but just be ready if they're really low. What I don't want you to have are discipline problems. Whose parents have identified that this is a good opportunity for them to get some foundational types of things or some rigor or some support. So we're not going to deal with any discipline problems. Just right up the head. So establish, kind of that firm fun at the beginning, and I think you'll be okay. This time around, you're doing getting ready for 5th grade math, so you'll have 5th and 6th graders in there. And then in the afternoon, you're doing getting ready for 3rd grade math, which will be 3rd and 4th graders. It's quite possible we may have 2nd graders. We've talked about yours, so you kind of know 3rd grade and 5th grade, AM is 3rd, PM is 5th, and then your junior parent counselor will be AM.
So with that being said, I know that when you first talked and I mentioned ordering books that I wanted to teach from, were those the goal
They're
or
goal today. I should have them by today.
Okay, so were you able to get both of the books or just okay? So I can put it over. Okay.
Yep. And how many? You're doing both. You're doing
The skin on
getting them for 3rd grade. That's what I was saying.
The Watson's go to Birmingham.
Okay, and then 5th grade is the skin.
The skin on
Okay.
Birmingham.
Yeah. 15? I don't remember. I can look at my number. But I didn't do Amazon, so
Okay.
they're supposed to be here today. And then I'm doing, in the morning, I'm doing leadership boot camp, and Dr. Christian, this will be probably more of a conversation for you and I. And then in the afternoon, I'll do Shark Tank for kids. Shark Tank, which is the Camp Kid Ignore that I've done, we'll have, on Wednesday, we have several, well, no, not several. Wednesday, we'll have a business analyst who will come in and listen to the kids to help them get their pitches and their ideas straight. And then on Friday, they'll do their actual formal pitch. It's not for funding, it's for feedback. And so the kids will actually do the presentation that they worked on all week. And that's what that looks like. And then Kyla, who's my who we've assisted, she's going to be based with me, but she'll rotate through all of you at some point in time to check to make sure you don't need anything. And then everybody will have their supplies on Monday. Thoughts, questions, comments?
So will it be available?
Let me find out. I know that Dean Jones was in there straightening up. He was looking for headphones and trying to get things organized, so we find out.
How many do you guys have? Do you know?
I just
I
have,
didn't print my list down.
I just have the 2 that paid before school. I sent out a text. So the parents haven't been up here because I think their work schedule doesn't coincide with the hours here. So I can send out another text and tell them that they can pay.
And register on site on Monday.
Yes. And let them know that they will not be able to drop off their children. They must pay.
Yeah. Do you have the names of the 2 or the registration rules for the 2 that you have?
Yes. Jose. Moreno.
And Jose is what grade?
He's going to be.
Jose. And then who's your other?
Aiden.
A-I-D-A-Y-A-Y-D-A-G-R-A-Y. Right?
Yes, he's going to.
Ms. Murphy, I have Maya, M-I-Y-A-H.
I know her.
Last name, O-K-P-U-Z-O-R. She's going to the 4th grade. I have Adrian Gray.
Is that 8th grade?
Yes.
Okay.
Going to the 4th grade. I reached out and got a list from Ms. Nancy for all of my new upcoming 3rd graders from the other campus. So I have 10 feedback from their parents.
Okay.
10 exactly.
Okay. And I want to say, I know at least 3 fifth graders that I think I count on the list. Okay. So that's kind of.
So is that under 20, like as an overall, will that still be with your Facebook and all that? Is that still under 20 students? That's what it seems. No?
No, that's not. It looks like 25, 28. Is what I'm showing right now.
I know that responded, there's 3 that responded from the text right on. But if I send a text, or a reminder, then they will have a drop off.
Yeah.
Well, not a drop off, but make a payment for one thing.
So to answer your question, we don't have a total count. So it won't close until today at 5. And I just sent out a new blast Wednesday.
What's your estimate count as of right now?
I'm going to say 25. Let's just say 25. I think the 5th grade is going to be our largest group.
I did send out a text to the parents. I told them that they had family members that want to attend. Their cost would be $55, but for ALG students, it's $5. So I'm going to try to do it today.
So let's talk about room space. This will be what, 5 rooms?
4 or 5 includes the
Take it
children.
all out. So it would be four then Miss Coburn's refuge and cost out just a lock out.
So 4 months. What about your room? Is your room? What rooms were used for Saturdays? I mean, summer school.
This right side down here.
Okay.
The last one we're in.
Who else?
I use my current room. So this one.
I use the room next door, Miss Bolton's room.
Bolton.
Yes, ma'am.
And is there another one you use? That's it?
Those just, yeah, but Miss Lane's room across the hall is
And it's ours? And you said which room? The CPU?
Miss Lane's room is right across from Miss Wright's room at the end of the hallway.
So one people all
Same area. The word is large.
And you said you use Miss Wright's room, so you'll use that room. You use Miss Bolton's room,
Yes, ma'am.
you'll use that room. And then, Ms. Risher, you can use Miss Lane's room. Okay. If we can make sure that there are signs on the doors so that the children know where to go, they have an idea, especially grade or how, so we can label the doors so they know where to go. And I think that would be, and they know that they'll use the restrooms on this hallway, so we make sure that they are aware of that as well. Then I think we should be okay, so I guess you all can, go in those rooms today, set them up, get them how you like them to look. And then I will let Dean and Mr. Mal know that you all, these will be the rooms that we use for something. So it's not being ready? She's going to be in her room. Okay. So I'll let her know that these will be the rooms that we use, so they'll know not to come in and do anything at least next week. Anything else?
I know this is going to sound really crazy, but I'm just going to ask, who needs to purchase a toilet?
Can I respond? I'm not certain. I haven't been in the restrooms. I'm going to look at the facts.
With that being said, they have a new system. I don't know if you've noticed. Everything we have new paper style system, a new soap system, and a new toilet paper system. So you don't have to ask for rolls anymore. It's in there.
From my understanding, he filled them all.
Okay,
So I'm hoping that he did what he said he was going to do, was fill them. Yes.
that's like my words. Y'all are laughing now. I'm just asking.
Well, see, and I didn't go around when I know he filled them on that end, so we'll check that.
I think last year we had to.
No, I understand.
Okay.
I just wanted, that to be an impression.
And I took the toilet paper off of Sue's about this, so let's see.
We appreciate
I'm
it.
sorry.
I took it off of Sue's about this. Okay. Assumption that it would not be as parents.
We appreciate it.
I mean, because if it was going to be rational, I was going to go on Facebook. Listen, y'all, I need some toilet paper. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay.
So, no, we don't, and we don't have to, we have these in here, so that is anything else?
A tie?
Huh?
A tie?
4.
So you guys will have t-shirts coming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So are we gonna wear those t-shirts every day next week?
So jeans is hot. I get it. I'm laughing because like I just finished tired. T-shirts? Is that, so you're good with that? Yeah, I would say that's good. We'll try to get you 2 t-shirts. So I need to get your sizes before I leave today. And then, yeah, we could. Let's just not do like flip-flops, that kind of thing. Because we are leaving an impression of what's interesting.
And make sure that the students don't do flip-flops either. And the reason why is because we have so many things in the hallways, you know, debris and dents and things, and we don't want anyone to get hurt. So if you see them wear flip-flops on Thursday, just remind them to make sure that they wear sneakers.
I'll put that in the email.
Yeah.
Just
I'll
so
probably
you
send that over too.
Yeah, because we want to make sure that they're safe as well.
So everybody that registered on the online system, I have an email list set up, and so I will send out the class today. Like, one went out Wednesday, I'll send another one out today, and then another one Friday. And it'll be just like, you know, last minute details. I'm encouraging them to bring water bottles with water, tell them where the drop off is, how they're going to access the space, that if they come in the building, they'll have to sign in or wait outside.
And I really would prefer parents wait outside. We just don't want, you know, well, we get it, you know, that they want to come in, but that all those people standing in the front, if they could just wait in their cars at the end of the day, we'll make sure that their child is outside.
The first day they have to come in and pay.
That's okay. Okay, we understand that. But you know, after that, if they can just wait in their cars outside, even after that first day, once they get their keys registered.
Now, if a child has to leave early, they're going to have to sign them out. The parent cannot just wait for the kid outside and the kid leave. They can't just come down the hallway and get the kid. They have to go to the office and do the proper procedure of signing. Because I want to be responsible for anybody's child not getting picked up. So Mrs. Williams in the office already has the procedures in place to secure, you know, make sure she knows who's getting kids. So we'll follow that same protocol, and I'll let parents know that as well.
Now, what Ms. Williams will need is once you all determine who's going to be the kids in camp, because you know some of the students won't be students from this school. It really will benefit her. She had a roster.
So she'll have a printout.
Okay.
It will have emergency contact information as well as who can pick up the child and the relationship with the child. She'll have all of that. The only thing that is not on here, and I'll have the parents add that information, is allergies. But if they bring their own lunch, we don't have to worry about that.
So she'll be able to just call the kid. She doesn't have to look and see who's this kid. Okay, with that being said,
Can I have a form, a registration form?
I do.
Can I have that? Ms. Carter, do you have any?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to turn it off. You guys get it. Or then, oh, okay.
I forgot all yours.
There's no late pickup, early drop off. The earliest parent can drop off is 8:15. That's the earliest. They have to be picked up at 3:30.
Oh, okay, all right. With that being said, with the roster, will you be provided with a daily sign-in and out sheet for the students to check off?
So you will actually have an attendance sheet. It'll have all your students listed, and then it'll have Monday, Tuesday, and you just put a check.
Okay.
And then Kyla will come around each morning, probably about 9, and ask you who is absent. And then she'll keep track of that, and she'll make phone calls if necessary.
Okay.
The doctors already saw the information. So if kids who don't attend Academy in Dallas have to pay $55. Those who do, we ask them to pay a $5 registration fee, and that was just to get it from them. We're not going to necessarily push the $5 fee when we have it out. Initially, it was just so they wouldn't sign up and not attend. So if you've got kids and you know the $5 registration fee is an issue, then tell them to come on. Does that make sense? Because I think it's more important that we actually service the kids. The outside kids are $55 kids.
So I think with that, the only thing that needs to be solidified is the membership.
So the question I have for you is, one of the camps is the leadership boot camp, and kind of maybe you guys can add some insight on that too. The reason that camp came about was just a conversation with the 7th graders last year in Ms. Wright's class, and just working with the kids, seeing that there was a need for them to have some kind of ownership of their academics, of their environment. And so I know it can scare me when we talked about kids on the leadership camp ultimately being the ambassadors for the school. So when we have a tour or people in the building, those are the kids who have been trained in how to represent the school. I think she gave me a list of things she wanted to make sure they know, so like the school mission statement, just things that they all come out of that camp knowing. Are there any other components, and you can send me an email later, that you feel like you would like to include as a part of that curriculum? First question. Second question, is there a time next week that you would be available to come in and have discussion with those kids?
Yes, that would be what time usually?
So that one is an AM session. So anytime Monday through Friday between 8:30 and 11:30.
I'm sure that I can find some time to meet and then I will also look up something for student ambassadors. I think that's a great program.
And anything else you think that would good to send me an email about that for what do you forget? What are your questions? What are you wondering?
Like, their social skills.
When I say about bisector, all right. So a complementary angle is 90 degrees. Okay. All right. Awesome. And of course we had he talked about a straight angle, which is also equivalent to 180 degrees. So the difference between this straight angle and the supplementary angle are they're equivalent to 180 degrees total. But when we have a supplementary angle and we're talking about two different angles, they're going to add together. The sum is 180 degrees. Okay, so this is called an acute angle. This is an acute angle. So let's talk about let's talk about these basic angles, right? So you have an acute, and we're gonna write this stuff down. Then you have an obtuse. You have a 90. And then we have a straight line. Okay? So we have acute, obtuse, a 90, and a straight line. You have to see it. Okay, so the question is, what makes something acute? Because if it becomes 180 degrees, what does that make it now? A straight line. Okay, so it can't be a straight line and be an obtuse angle. It can't be both. Either you're a straight line or an obtuse angle. Okay, so now we're gonna make another formula. All right, so let's say I'm gonna use my 90-degree angle is gonna be like my base of my angle. Okay, my base of my angle. So if I use this as a base of my angle, what can we articulate about an acute angle? Just vaguely, what can we articulate? So if a right angle is 90 degrees, what can we, looking at our demonstration of an acute angle, what do we see?
Slice the 90 degrees.
We slice the 90 degrees?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want us to stay focused on the symmetrics of the slicing, so I'm gonna draw another picture. Now what's the difference?
It's still less than 90 degrees.
That's what I want to hear. At the end of the day, an acute angle is less than 90 degrees. Okay, so now we can articulate. So we're going to say X degrees. I'm just using X degrees because we don't know what the degrees is. But we know anything that's less than. It can't be equal to, because if it's equal to 90 degrees, what will we have then?
It would be a right angle.
It will be a right angle now, right? And let me go ahead and put right here. Good. Okay, so it can't be equal to 90. It's just less than 90. Okay, and Lance, here's a good trick how I remember that less than and greater than sign here. The mouth, you ever seen Pac-Man? He always eats the bigger number. 80 degrees, we have a straight angle. And so between there is an obtuse angle. So what can suffice as X for obtuse angle? What number could we use? Let me help you out. Any number, because angle here. Okay, so at 90 degrees we have a